What makes a BMW a BMW? Up until not that long ago, a rear-wheel drive drivetrain was right at the top of that list, but that's not quite the case anymore. We've known the new 1 Series would be front and all-wheel drive instead for a few years now, but does it really matter? The new model's massive kidney grille will make sure you don't confuse it with any other brand, and its all-new body has more useful space inside than ever before.
The 1 Series hatch has always had a distinctive long bonnet profile, which has generally been attributed to the rear drive layout, but the new one is surprisingly close in proportions when compared side by side, with the key difference being that the front and rear wheels have been moved further back into the body because of the transverse engine layout up front and to make more back seat space in the rear.
As always, if you're looking for more detail, you can read my full review on the CarsGuide site. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos. For the F40 generation, the 1 Series range has been pared back to just 2 variants from launch, with the 118i charged with volume sales and the M135i hot hatch taking aim at the new Mercedes A35 and the Audi S3. The design up front is unmistakably BMW, which you could describe as understated, but it takes things a step beyond the old model by bringing the live cockpit driver display, and unlike the A-Class, it splits the screens across 2 screens. Both models also come with wireless Apple CarPlay, but for just 1 year before you have to pay more, and there's still no Android Auto.
The 118i packs more standard equipment than before in general, including the M Sport styling pack, head-up display, wireless phone charger and adjustable ambient lighting. The M135i adds bigger brakes, a rear spoiler and 19-inch wheels, plus sport seats with leather trim, and Harman Kardon audio, among a few other things. The 1 Series also comes with most of the important safety gear, but like the X1 and X2 SUVs and 2 Series Active Tourer that the new 1 Series shares its platform with, you still can't get proper auto emergency braking unless you opt for active cruise control. Both versions do offer partial automatic braking, and BMW says it's enough to qualify for 5-star safety, but we feel that's not good enough and is worth considering before you put your money down.
With my modest 172cm height, I really didn't have any trouble with the old 1 Series, but the new one is a bit more spacious by all the important measures. The seat base and backrest are a bit flat though, which is probably to help the backrest fold almost flat, but it's probably also not the most supportive thing for hard cornering. You also get 2 ISOFIX child seat points and 2 USB-C charge points back here, but there's no directional air vents. The boot has also grown to a pretty useful 380 litres, and there's another very handy cavity under the boot floor instead of a spare tyre. For a brand with a marketing slogan of pure driving pleasure, this is the important part, particularly for the new 1 Series, which has lost its rear-wheel drive USP. Why do we love rear-wheel drive? It tends to be more fun when you're on the limit, and it also makes for nicer steering because the front wheels only have to worry about turning the car.
The 118i is quite a nice package really. It rides a bit more gently than what I remember in the A-Class, and generally feels more like a premium product. It also feels a step ahead of the 2 Series Active Tourer, which is a good thing. The 3-cylinder engine is quite smooth for a triple and makes enough power to get you out of trouble.
So do you miss rear-wheel drive? Not really, as you can only really tell the difference when you're going real fast, which, let's face it, is not a place that 118i owners are likely to go very often.
The M135i is a vastly different beast, as you'd expect. Aside from being real quick, it's that much tighter everywhere, but still definitely on the more comfortable side than what we expect the future full-house M version to be.
The continuously variable all-wheel drive system does a great job of putting all its power down, but the rear bias does max out at 50%, which is probably spot on for chasing lap times, but it does mean you miss out on all the tailiness of the previous model. So it's not as classically fun as the old M140i, but it is easily faster, and that's probably what will matter most to most buyers. To answer the question of whether it matters that the new 1 Series is no longer rear-wheel drive, I say no, it doesn't. It may not be as romantic on the absolute limit as before, but it is better in every measurable way. and it still feels distinctly BMW despite moving to a more conventional layout shared with all of its rivals. And don't forget, if you're looking for more details, you can read my full review on the CarsGuide site. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos.